Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Bats and non-bats alike. Welcome. Thank you for hitting pats. Welcome, Nat, Fistful Fiend, Anne, Argo, Mystic Winds, Ferris, Rob, Mighty, Real Person. Welcome to the Spacey Bottotelli channel, where we are continuing our playthrough of Freedom Planet 2 today. Last we left off was last week in celebration of the 9th anniversary of the series, and when we last left off, I was about to enter the Globe Opera arc, which is just before the halfway point of the game. What the dog doing? The dogs are staring out the window because the neighbors are doing yard work, and they are they are randomly barking their heads off whenever they get like closer to the road, because they think that they're going to cross the street and come to our house. But yes, if they pipe in, then that is why. Gonna miss this model? No, the model's not going anywhere. The 1.5 update, which is on Thursday, by the way, it is an upgrade of this model, which I'm getting like new toggles and new accessories and new hairstyles and stuff. So this model is not going away. It's being upgraded. That's why I called it version 1.5. Yeah, I hope nobody got their hopes up for a brand new look. I mean, the silhouette is pretty obviously like identical to that I showed the other day. Do I still have it? Do I still have it? Where is that? Showed it off yesterday. Okay, I must have deleted it. Let me re-edit. Okay. So this is a teaser I did last week. So Thursday, July 27th is when I reveal my 1.5 update. And like you can see, it's still the same model. I just have long hair and like a new arm pose there. Well, a couple new arm poses. But yeah, new hairstyles, props, arm poses, toggles, and more. I'm very excited. There's a couple of them that I think are gonna be things that I use regularly on my streams. But yeah, that is that. Feeling batty. Thank you, everybody. So yes, I hope everyone has been well. I know there's like a heat wave going on in the West Coast. I wish I could transfer my weather over there because it's been quite nice today. I actually took Sammy and Paige out for a walk in the forest behind our house. That was so nice to be able to do that for once and not have it be like too hot. Yeah, 48 hours. Mom. Yes, I am growing in power. Forgot to ask me the question earlier, but what day do you consider it to be Lilac's birthday? I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about birthdays for any of the characters, sorry. It's pretty hot in the south too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I have my AC going and I've got like a good air circulation system going in the back of the house. So that helps out too. Only 1.5%. Wait, I've only been using 1% of my power this whole time? Interesting. I'd like to think so. You're watching a feline snooze on the bed? That's always nice. Oh yes, that makes sense. Every racing game I boost my power. I'm due for another racing game. I'll slot one in next week. I just have so many things going on this week and only 3 streams in which to do it. There's finishing Freedom Planet 2 today, and then Thursday is the debut. I don't know if the debut is enough to cover like a whole stream's worth of content. So if I have time, then I will just play Mega Man 10 as Mega Man, because I've only played it as Proto Man so far on stream. And then Friday, another game dev stream. I've been kicking lots of butt lately with like art assets for the game, so can't wait to show it off. Will I have longer hair? Oh, that is one of the toggles. And there's another hairstyle that I want to show off too when the time comes. Oh, hello, sleepyhead. Oh, I could do a base run too in Mega Man 10 at some point. I don't know if I can do both in one stream because it's a pretty long game. Alright, so let me get down. Also, you might have noticed that we have a new emote. Major kudos to Dusky for the new dancing emote. I can only have 5 emotes unless I'm a Twitch partner, so unfortunately I had to get rid of my popping emote for now. I didn't feel like getting rid of the barks, or the other 2. Oh, I have a good idea of what racing games I want to play. It's just a matter of having time for it. Noni? I know, that's kind of dumb. I wish it was just like how emote unlocking normally works, where like the longer you stream or the more sub points you get, the more slots you get. But past a certain point, affiliates can only get like a specific number of slots. Whereas if you're a Twitch partner, it's pretty much unlimited. Oh, we will reach Ancestral Forge this stream. My goal is to finish the game. I might have to skip a bunch of the NPC dialogue in order to do so, but that's fine. Love your Mega Man streams. Oh yeah, one of my good battle friends, Kana, is planning to have like a Mega Man game show at some point. I've been thinking about DMing her to kind of participate, but it depends on the time zone and what time is taking place. Would make too much sense for Twitch. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Want to be able to catch your dev stream this Friday if possible? Oh yes, you're more than welcome to, and of course I'll have the VOD up. And I like, I said this before, but I like just working on it offline for a couple weeks and then kind of like going over everything that I worked on every time I have a dev stream. I think that's fun, and it kind of gives me stuff to talk about. Oh, Peps, are you referring to the Freedom Planet 2 mod that adds a bunch of new items? Playthrough took 7 hours, 16 minutes, even with cutscene skipping. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a big game, sorry. The Freedom Planet 2 fan community is working on a mod that adds additional items and Bravestones, and it looks really interesting. Yeah, it's really cool that modding for the game is kind of a thing now. It's complete, but you need to make a trailer to present it. Awesome! Oh, I might play that at some point. I'll pick a different character when I play it. Oh, you're right, it was called Potion Seller. Oh, I like that name. Yep, all thanks to the Unity engine being highly moddable. Oh, yeah, Twitter got Xehanorted. No! Poor birdie. It is genuinely a shame because I spent so many years on Twitter building up a community, and like that's where I did some valuable networking back in the day on Twitter too, on my personal account. And like I just feel bad for all the artists and other creatives who have to like figure out a different solution now when it comes to networking and getting like commissions and reaching their audience, because everyone is splitting off into different platforms now. But hopefully this will just be looked back on as a chaotic period, and then we'll have like 2 or 3 solid choices once all the dust settles. Accidentally add another ingredient. I do like all the memes. Yeah, I'm still going to use Twitter because it still has a large user base, even though it's getting smaller by the day. But I'll do my best. I've never really been that good at promoting our games on the platform anyway, so maybe the change will be good in the long run. Because, like, I'm pretty much the only person who operates the Galaxy Trail Twitter account, and I haven't touched it in like over a month. It's quite difficult to keep up with just me. So maybe it's time that I look into like bringing in some of our team members as like a social media networking team. I don't know. Yeah, it is entertaining to watch. I will give it that. But yeah, anyway, I see no reason why we should delay any further. Let me take a sippy and then we'll hop over to the game. Oh, thinking we'll jump for the stretch reminder. Okay, I'll stretch real quick. Okay, I'm gonna do hand poses. It's the sequence of hand poses where I do each pose for 5 seconds each. It's quite good. I think it's been giving me good luck with my hand pain. My left hand is completely fine. It's just my right hand because that's the one that's doing all the mouse clicking when I draw pixel art. Might not be for the full stream, but we'll be there for as long as possible. Okay, awesome. Well, I will have the bot up as always, and well, thank you so much for hanging with us, no matter how long it is. Oh yes, my nails do grow when I grow my wings. Especially the nails that are down there, you see, because they're so huge. Yes, a very good idea to look after your hands, especially if you're an artist. Oh, you haven't played Freedom Planet 2 yet? You don't want to get spoiled? Absolutely no problem, Sleepyhead. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And once you get around to playing Freedom Planet 2, I hope you enjoy it. How are the hands? Yeah, they're doing good. Well, it's just my right one that is kind of like finicky. And my neck's been really stiff lately. I'm due for either like a chiropractor appointment or like a massage. But yes, it's time for Freedom Planet 2. Oh, thank you for hand pats. So nice. Okay. Freedom Planet 2. E. Also, yes, 1.5 keeps the E. None of the expressions are going away. I'm only adding on top. Can you hear? No, looks like not. Why? There you go. Nice. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. When I heard that title screen theme, right after we finished the game and launched it, I actually cried. Oh my gosh. Oh, Buff Bike Fu. I'm referring to the 9th anniversary of the series as a whole, which was last week, July 21st. But yes, this game's first anniversary is on September 13th, which is only 2 months away. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's already been a year. But yeah, I definitely want to play this game specifically on the 13th, you know, to celebrate. Okay, so let's hop right back to it. I believe this was our save file. Oh, right. I already played the cutscene. So, Murga has invaded. And she's taken Mayor Zhao hostage in the Globe Opera, and we're going to save him.
This drone is dripping wet! This blue is not a judicious color.
Sorry about that, Captain. You know what to do, right?
Yeah, okay, so the plan is that we've taken Syntax, who we captured after defeating Serpentine, and painted Syntax to look like Pengu, because Murga specifically asked for the Pengu drone in exchange for Mayor Zhao's life, so we're hoping that it can fool her. Yeah, I love this map music too. Somebody asked a question, hold on. Map character figures are really cute. Who made them? Oh, that was Tyson Tan's work, and one of our animators, Raphael Borman, animated the sprites. Yeah, I really like them too. Yeah, like, our goal with this part of the game was to really make it feel like you were in the end game. I think we did a good job. So this is the part of the game where it starts bringing back gimmicks and enemies from past stages. So it really feels like a final exam of what you've learned so far in the game. And I'm a fan of this, of how I was able to pull this gimmick off. It's kind of a twist on the normal, like, Mega Man style disappearing blocks, except like when you overlap it, they appear. And when you're playing as Lilac specifically, the floatiness of her Dragon Cyclone can actually be a detriment when you're trying to get past these block sections. So I try to use the Rising Slash when possible instead, because it's snappier. One. Come on. Okay. Nice. And here, these ones explode instead of creating blocks. So you gotta move. You gotta be moving. Yeah, this part's really tricky as Lilac specifically. Carol can cheese it by hugging the wall with her wall jump. And Mila's float is more precise, as well as Nira's double jump. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's an equivalent to the DNA cannon in this game. I guess the closest is Captain Clou's Hornbill cannon. And in fact, it actually used the sound of the DNA cannon before he got his own audio effects. Oh, there's the boss. Here to make trouble for us before the actual fight, which is a gameplay trope that I'm quite fond of. Oh, want. I also try to pick up as many cores as possible, and I also save them. I don't convert them into gold gems because the museum requires so many cores in order to finish the exhibits, or excuse me, the gallery. Yeah, like I think in hindsight, I think I should have made it so that only crystals can be converted into gold gems rather than cores. Although on the other hand, if that were the case, then the only purpose of the cores would be for the gallery. So I guess it's fine the way it is. So this boss does not have as much health as other bosses, but it's faster. So the trick is actually hitting it. Let's go! That thing's pretty fast, but not fast enough. Let's go! Oh yeah. How do the hitboxes and the big bubbles work? They don't hurt you until they actually explode. So you can jump through them when they're created and when they're traveling downwards. It's not until they blow up, like the bubbles themselves don't hurt you, it's the explosions that hurt you. Alright, I'll fix that thing. Thanks everybody. The way Lilac's movement combat options just flow with these boss designs is so good. Yeah, I agree. I think we did a wonderful job, like, balancing out the way Lilac's moves specifically work in boss fights. Like, all the characters have really cool options during boss fights, especially when you compare it to, like, the levels themselves. It's interesting how, like, each ability has, like, a different context, whether you're using it for traversal or combat. Alright, Globe Opera 2. This is a big chunker of a stage.
I'm approaching the rendezvous point. Show yourself, you pugilistic physignator! I, Captain Palau, bring an offering of peace!
That's one of my favorite lines in the game. Show yourself, you pugilistic physignathus! Oh my gosh, Edwin went hardcore with that one. Alright, need another sippy. So I think this stage specifically is in the running for, like, the longest stage in the game, other than the Ancestral Forge. Alright, spoopy. So the main gimmick in this stage, of course, one of the main gimmicks is these mirrors. Teleport mirrors. And they carry your momentum through them, which is used pretty cleverly in some sections. Okay, that's walled off. Oh, welcome, wannabe cat. Welcome to the stream. So the first bit is to just. Correct, it is to just. show you the mirror and give you the space to play with them before sending you further into the level. Yes, that's correct. And I think that's generally like a good way to design levels, is to introduce a gimmick in an isolated environment where it's safe and where you can figure out and get used to how it works. And then introduce it with hazards later on. So this part, we have to lower all 3 of these plugs and then the opera will open. But if you're clever with your movement, you can move all 3 of them down at once without having to like get back up here again. Because every time you put a plug down, some of the enemies activate. But this is kind of like a clever shortcut. Haha! Okay, that one. There we go. Now the stage has kind of officially started. And the funny thing about this this music track for this stage, this music track existed before Freedom Planet 2 did. It's one of Woofle's oldest tracks. And we kind of repurposed it for this game because it was her dream to actually incorporate this song into a game. So that's what we did. We thought it fit the atmosphere pretty well. I think it's always cool. It's not. I don't even think it's the first. I don't even think that it's the first time that we've done something like that, where like. It's just a really cool trick when you're like a musician. You can kind of like borrow from yourself in the past. That's why it's a good idea to like always like save your drafts, even if you don't think they're good, because they could inspire you much later on. It's kind of like, I guess I would compare it to kind of like that revelation about the original Ice Cap Zone music from Sonic 3 being one of Brad Buxer's old songs. So yes, always save your drafts. Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait, I can use this. Because an idea that you have might not fit the context of what you're currently working on, but it could in a future project. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so this is the main meat of this stage, and we've already spent 4 minutes in the stage. But yeah, the main gimmick of this stage is that there's 6 doors. Each has a mini gauntlet based on one of the past stages you've been to. We'll start with Dragon Valley. But you only need 4 to progress. But if you want, you can clear all 6 rooms and then you get like a badge for it. And I'm genuinely surprised at how many players actually go ahead and do that. Like on their first playthrough. Wannabe Cat, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy your follower emotes. Ah, okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. The thing I like about this stage is that even though it's long, like a marathon stage, it's got so much going on that you don't really mind. It's kind of like, it kind of just feels like you're going through multiple stages in a row, which is something that you normally do anyway, which is a good way to approach a marathon level. And I kind of feel that way about Ancestral Forge too, but that stage seems to be a bit more subjective. I want to get to that alcove up there. Okay. Yes! We got the vinyl! fan base is full of completionists. Guess that means a Freedom Planet Collectathon sequel is in order. Yeah, like a lot of the collectibles that are currently in the game are like currency. But there are some that where you have to collect a finite number, like the vinyls, for example, and the exhibits. But it would be interesting to work on a game where everything that you collect there's a finite number. Okay, here we go. Want this, because I'm low on life. Ancestral Forge took you like a half an hour, but you really took your time drinking in those vibes. Yeah. I really like the atmosphere in that stage as well. This one too. Okay, so the disappearing blocks are back. This disappearing block section used to be a lot tougher, but since they moved faster, but I think at some point we toned down the speed. Nice. Petals. Love the addition of the Dynamite Heady dice. I haven't actually played Dynamite Heady before. I should put that on my to playlist. I mean, it's a treasure game, and I'm all about treasure games, so. Ah! Well, that actually kind of saved me. Give me that. You can get a lot of crystals in this stage. Especially if you keep your health topped off, because then you can convert the petals you collect into crystals. I did play, oh yes, I did play Gunstar Heroes and Alien Soldier before. Very difficult games. I want to give Gunstar Heroes another try though, because I tried to beat it on hard when I streamed it a few months ago, but I ran out of time to stream because it was getting late where I was. But yeah, I want to give it another go. But I guess I've been putting it off because I really want to see if I can find someone to play with me, but everyone that I've talked to that is remotely familiar with the game says that they suck at it. And I don't want to put them through that if they're not going to have fun. Ah. Okay, good. You know someone who's good at it? Nice. Ah, welcome back. Yeah, Gunstar Heroes is tough. Alright, so we have beaten 4 of them, which means that we can go to the door to the boss. Well, I'm gonna beat the other 2 just to get the badge. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so it's this thing. Trapeze. No! That was close. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, Gunstar is on the Nintendo Switch Online. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I bet the rewind feature really helps. Is Alien Soldier on Nintendo Switch Online? I can't remember. 'Cause if it is, that might be how I play the game. Just so that I can, like, practice first. Because I've said this before, but Alien Soldier kind of punishes you for getting a game over, so it doesn't really matter whether you play on super easy or super hard. Like, you pretty much need to stay alive in order to have the easiest time later on, because when you die, you lose all of your upgrades. Alien Soldier is? Oh, sweet! Moochie, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. I'm Spacey Bartoltelli, I'm a gadgeteer bat and a game developer, and I am the producer of the Freedom Planet series, including this game, Freedom Planet 2. What? Okay, dang it. You really gotta position yourself. No! Okay, I might have it. Shoo! Okay. Okay, that's not gonna work. There we go. Ha ha ha. Okay, miss me with those. Okay, so we can't touch those. Cyclone! Oh yeah, that's exactly what we did with the blocks, the Dixie Cups artwork. Alright, boss time. What would life be like without Lilac sing Cyclone? Oh my gosh, I don't want to imagine it either. Noise. Noise. Watch my F-Zero stream on YouTube, searching for any V-Peeps playing retro games, which will forever be rare. Oh, yeah, I want to play F-Zero again. That was so much fun, but it was also, like, terrifying. But in a good way. I pine for a day when Nintendo will just settle... Like, I know they said that the reason they haven't continued the F-Zero series is because it sold poorly, but I'll just take a direct port of GX on the Switch. I don't care. Well, I could try F-Zero X sometime, maybe. I heard it has, like, a distinct style compared to GX. Ba ba ba. Da 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 da. Gimme. Okay. One more health bar. And then we're good to go. Let's go! Alright, that stage is down. Oh, and I got the badge for getting 1,000 gems in a stage, with bonuses included. Haha. There were rumors of a GX remaster recently. Definitely deserves it. Yes, oh my gosh. Okay. Phew. Alright, let me take a sippy. Ah. Ah. Sold only 159,000 copies. Oh my gosh. It would be a dream for for like a smaller game of ours to sell that much. It's kind of interesting how stark the contrast is between what's considered a success in the AAA industry and in the indie sphere. Ah, Leon Sable, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Welcome back.
Come in, Cap. Is everything all right over there? Are you there? Captain? What happened?
We have to hurry. If the captain is in trouble, we need to save Zhao right now.
Oh no! Oh yeah, the quite intense boss fight coming up.
Mayor Zhao? Where are you? Say something if you can hear us!
I smell someone. It's Captain Kalau! Captain, he's all right. Hey, Cap, glad you could make it.
Captain, did you meet up with Murga? Did she fall for the decoy? Captain?
There's someone behind him. Corey, what are you in short stuff doing here?
They're with the monster.
What? That's crazy, scary lady. Wrong! We're all buddies and best pals over here. What? What the heck's going on? You're all working for Murga? Are you all brainwashed or something?
No, Carol. Believe it or not, I'm doing this for you.
Some injustices can never be forgiven.
Oh no!
Where is Murga?
Oh no!
Everyone, stand your ground.
Right!
Why can't I sense her?
So,
NANI?!
you've come after all.
Where is Zhao?
Captain, if you'd please.
He's okay. Let's get out of here.
I think not. Now that all the players have gathered, it is time for this performance to end.
But you have Pangu, right? We did what you asked.
We had a deal, Murga!
The deal did not include distracting me so you could free this miserable speck of a man. Besides, even without my informant, I could clearly recognize the machine you brought as a fake.
Whoa! Giant fish lady was a ghost?
A hologram. She was never here
Plot
in the first
twist.
place.
Take care of our guests. A delight, ladies.
General, come in. Gong, do you copy?
Spoilers! Nothing's getting in or out, thanks to my signal jammer playmate, Casual Acquaintance number 47!
All fighters, fangs out! You're not actually going to fight your own sister, are you? Of course not. I would never hurt my beloved sibling. You, fight my beloved sibling.
Of course.
How is this any different?
Captain, don't do this! Not only because I still think you're cool and stuff, but didn't I already beat you once the first time?
That was the old Captain Kalau. A Captain Kalau that was holding back. Now, he has awakened his true strength with the flames of burning justice!
Well, this is gonna suck.
Come on, gang. Split them up and take them down.
Alright, let's go! You like how Nira is the one who interrupts the dialogue to get free hits? Yeah, I felt like she wouldn't really have the patience to just like sit back and watch the whole monologue. I feel like she'd be the savvy type who would kind of like not fall for that. You sly dog, you caught me monologuing. Yeah, this boss has a completely unique boss theme that doesn't play for any other boss in the game. reason for that is to throw you off. Because we're not done.
A most invigorating warm-up, brave fighters. But the battle is just beginning.
Behold! My greatest playmate yet! The BFF 2000!
Fighters, form up!
3,
2,
1!
activate!
Beast 1, checking in!
Beast 2, checking in!
Beast 3, checking in.
Combat mode, execute!
Cyclone!
Tyson Tan went ham with the design of this boss. I mean, we had Tyson Tan on our team. We had to have a giant mech fight. This specific boss used to be a lot harder, but we toned it down over the course of several patches. And it's still quite challenging if you don't know specifically what to do in order to avoid its attacks. Welcome, Creation Vibes. Also, there was a bug for the longest time where the holograms touching them would not actually hurt you, but now they do. You love that bug so much because it's something that would actually happen in universe? Yeah, it would. Alright, this part trips up a lot of people because of the blast radius of the shots. You actually have to be in the air to avoid getting hit. Let's go! And I love that they're just in a pile on the ground. Huzzah! Pretty fun series of fights. It uses the mechanics of the previous bosses that fuse together. Yes, exactly! So the BFF 2000, it uses the lightning balls of the lion, and it uses the explosive orbs of the bird, and it uses the laser dash of the fish.
Look! A way out!
Come on!
Corey!
She'll be fine. We need to leave. Now!
No, don't mind me. I have this perfectly under control. Wriggling to freedom is my forte. How did they get tighter?
Which beast is my favorite? Oh, tough call.
Do you copy? Magister! Ascal! Anyone! Useless!
This was a trap from the beginning. We need to get back to the Magister.
Run, dragon! As fast as you can!
Oh yeah, I really like how Sayu delivered Zhao's lines there too.
This is so uncool.
Hold on, guys. I'm almost there. Please be okay.
Yeah, like this game has its dark moments, but it knows how to it knows better how to balance them out with humor, with little bits of humor sprinkled all over the place. Yeah, Edwin has such a wonderful sense of humor. I'm really glad for his help in that regard. Oh yeah, favorite beast mech. I really like how one of the beast mechs is literally just a lion that can turn its front paws into guns. I think that's pretty cool. And of course I also like the BFF 2000. Oh, welcome back, Okuyo. Welcome. You're just in time for a quite eventful week. I am, of course, finishing Freedom Planet 2 today, and on Thursday, I'm debuting version 1.5 of this model. And then on Friday, I'm having another dev stream. Yomi! Welcome! Hope you're doing well, buddy. Everyone did amazing on this game. The voice work is tops. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, Beast 3 is peak Toku. Alright, I'll take Sippy and then we can jump into the courtyard. Notice how the path to the palace has been cut off. It's because it's under attack. Ah. I seem to recall reading an interview once about one of the directors of like one of the Marvel films, and he had pretty sound advice about like make it dark if you want, but make sure you tell a joke, something like that. Yeah, serious drama, but it's also you can tell that it's just having fun with it, you know. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I guess serious wouldn't be the term I would use for the story in this game. I'd say earnest is a more appropriate word. Going too far away from where people can relate to things is where things start to break. Yeah, exactly. And humor helps like bring it back into relatable territory. Because like very few people in their lifetimes are going to be in a position where they're in the middle of saving the world from the brink of ruin. So by injecting like more like humor and humanity, other forms of humanity into it, it kind of helps them relate to the characters. Oh, yeah, I've heard good things about the stories in this game's real person. Alright, Palace Courtyard. This kind of is, the game kind of like hypes you up as this being like the actual final stage. But we are far from done. Oh, yeah, that's the term, that's the phrase, Angel Technic. Make it dark, make it grim, make it tough, but then for the love of God, tell a joke. Yeah, I went full Mega Man X Highway stage for this level. Under attack. It is basically a revisit of Shenlong Park, but with like a different set of enemies to spice things up. And of course, there's the early boss preview once again. And the final's right out in the open this time. Subway train! Nice. So the thing that trips people up with this boss duality is that its weak points are the yellow circles on his body, and if you attack a specific weak spot too much, then it gets destroyed. So you have to constantly look for new weak points to hit. And if you stand on the very end of the subway train when it pins itself down like that, you're usually safe, and it usually gives you a chance to like wail on some of the weak spots. For Lilac specifically, it's safest to just like Cyclone, even though it doesn't do as much damage as her Dragon Boost. Because the Dragon Boost, you need to be very precise. I mean, if you have to use the Dragon Boost, which is a good idea in order to hit the weak spots that are on the ground like this, just do this. Okay, so that one's broken. Now there's only one weak point left. Oh, Lives the Storm. Welcome, welcome. What a coincidence, you just finished Carol's story? Awesome! Always be boosting. Okay, that's good. No one's inside. I hope everyone evacuated safely. That's me. It's empty inside. Even the drink barrels are gone. I originally wanted the duality fight to take place at this fountain area, but it was not artistically like it wasn't, the art assets for it weren't finished when I built the stage. So I decided to make like a subway section for it instead.
Thanks, kid. They got the drop on us. Took
Let's
Dawn and the
go.
Magister, left me for dead.
We gotta find them. Come on.
Oh, for it.
Lilac, no! Ah! Traitor!
Pascal, stop!
No.
What are you doing?
The right thing. Magister, you stand accused of covering up the war crimes of your ancestors. How do you plead?
What? Is that what Murga told you? Why would you believe her?
Shut up, kid. This doesn't concern you. Think it's about time you had a taste of your own medicine. No!
Stop it!
Well, isn't that a surprise? I always figured you were older than me. Well, whatever. From now on, the world is gonna see you for what you really are. A war criminal.
I have always served to keep the peace of the people and the city of Shangtu. If that is a war crime, then so be it.
Yeah? You think you can do any better? Me? No. Sitting on a throne all day telling people what to do doesn't do it for me. But I'll tell you what, I know someone who's really looking forward to it.
No.
You seem unhinged, Magister. Ah, yes. I can sense your anger, your seething hatred. But it is nothing. Amplified 1,000-fold, and still it would quiver against the raging typhoon within me. The Kingdom Stone is no more! The floodgates have opened. You shall welcome death!
No! I won't let you kill him!
Open your eyes, hatchling! This man has lied to you! All of you! His entire life! Do you remember the question? The question I asked, but he dared not answer? What happened to all of the water dragons?
Shut up! I'm not listening to you!
They were murdered. All of them. Entire clans of water dragons wiped out. Also, his kind could lay claim to the world that we once called home.
No, I don't.
Move aside, hatchling! He will answer for his people's crimes, and then we can talk.
No! I won't! Not like this! There has to be a better way than this!
Like what? Diplomacy? The art of offering one hand in friendship, while the other holds a dagger behind their back? No. Never again. Earth dragons are schemers and liars!
Lilac, what's going on? Oh boy, a lot, I'm guessing.
Your Excellency, what have they done to you?
And so the cavalry arrives, just in time to witness your Magister's fatal indictment.
Pascal, of all people, it was you?
Sorry you had to find out this way. I'll explain everything later, but right now, the Magister has to go.
I've already gone through the trouble of sparing one panda today. I don't intend to do so a second time.
The lives and ideals of this kingdom are but an extension of my own. I will not yield!
You think to stop me? Come then. Show me your resolve.
Oh my gosh, Morgan just knocks it out of the park in this whole scene. But yeah, it's everyone against Murga. But everyone is completely like worn out from fighting other baddies, so they go down in one hit. This is a battle that you're not likely to survive, but it's okay because the game advances whether you win or not. Although you do get a badge for it if you actually do manage to somehow beat her. But she has pretty much her exact same attack pattern as like the very definitely final fight. Okay, now she's super powered. Let's go! I got the badge for it too. Impressive. But regardless of whether you win the fight or not, it doesn't matter because there's just too many of her troops.
There's too many of them!
We will bring peace and stability to this city at any cost. We will not bow down!
Yeah, Murder, you're tough, but you're fighting the developer.
That's it. We're out of here.
Let them go. We have what we came for.
What about the Magister? He needs to answer for everything he's done.
If he wants to prolong his suffering, then so be it. His time
Game
will come.
over here!
If any of his allies return, I will kill them.
Wahahaha. I voiced that boss, by the way.
No! No!
That's enough, Nira! We've lost!
Cowards! How could you all just run away?
Nira, it wasn't a battle we could win. Right now, we have to get everyone to safety. Then we can figure out what to do.
It's my home.
Nira finally gets some heavy character development now, too.
Forgive me.
We should get moving.
I should have known better than to trust again.
Aww.
You have all done this world a great service. As long as my plans advance appropriately, your city will not be harmed. Bakunawa will rise.
Yeah, the way the camera pans up here, it kind of like baits you maybe into thinking that it's going to roll the credits at this point, but instead we get Spade.
I'll steal it! No one will ever
No
know!
one will ever know! That's the first time Spade appears in this game.
Scal must have been talking to them behind my back. Even as I was training him. I should have been paying more attention. I failed my kingdom.
Is a fish at fault when it takes a fisherman's bait? Perhaps. But the fisherman's role should not be ignored.
Okay. I think I get that, Magister. Of course, now I'm hungry.
Me too. I'm starving.
Wait a minute. I hope I still have them.
The coupons!
Coupons!
Free dinner!
And shelter. Let's head to Shangmu.
Your Excellency.
It is a sound idea.
Now, originally, just like Mila was supposed to have an alternate costume for the Battlesphere, the Magister was supposed to have casual attire for when they flee, so that he would be less recognizable. And there was even like a bit of dialogue to go with that, but of course, just like Mila, the amount of sprite work involved would be way too much. So we settled with just making him like helmetless for the duration. And yeah, like these next few scenes are like some of my favorite for Nira specifically, because she gets a lot of, like, for once she's not like perpetually angry. You can kind of get a sense that something happened with her in the past that made her how she is today. So, excuse me. So up next, of course, is the City Hall. Oh, thank you, Scara, for hydrate. I'll take sippy. Yeah, I love this part of the game so much too, Nat. And yeah, actually, going back to Zhao is a great bit of levity after that. It's just an example of how proud I am of our writing team that they were able to like balance the more serious moments with more comedic ones. I'm so proud of everybody. It's just like, and it makes me so happy that like the way that the characters are presented in this story, that it resonates so much with people that we've just gotten like a non-stop outpouring of fan art since the game came out. It's so wonderful to see. Alright, so we are back in Shangmu. And of course his house looks like his hat.
Oh, it's you! Welcome!
Hi, Mayor Zhao. We're ready to redeem our coupons.
Oh, but of course! Just step right this way. Who's that?
That's the Magister, you rube. Pay your respects.
Oh! Boy, is this, awkward.
It's a long story. Can we explain it all inside, please?
Yeah, if you notice the wooden ramp, it's because Zhao doesn't want to take the side entrance. And he also can't climb the stairs because he's too short.
This is absolutely horrible! Catastrophic! Who's going to be my Battlesphere champion now?
A talking fish just took over all of Shang-Tu, and that's what you're worried about?
Yeah. Oh, but also dibs on the Battlesphere champion title?
So can we stay here?
I suppose I could squeeze you all in the library. Follow me.
Library. Of course, a painting of himself, super tall.
Your Excellency, about what Murga was telling us, was any of that true?
Yes.
Why?
It was a different time. We were at war. We had no choice.
No choice? How was almost wiping out an entire race even a choice?
There are no good choices in war. There is only survival, and the means to achieve said survival. Surely someone of your upbringing would understand that.
Oh no! Don't you dare try and guilt-trip me! I never killed anyone when I was in the Red Scarves!
And yet, did you not behave in a manner contrary to your true self, simply because to do otherwise would invite the scorn of your peers? Did you not comfort yourself with the hopeless lie that you were a good person, in spite of the crimes you committed? The sins you inflicted?
You don't know what you're talking about! You don't know anything!
Hey, that's enough! That's still the Magister you're shouting at. Besides, this here is a library.
Whew, okay. So, each one of these bookshelves has a different set of different bits of information about the lore of the setting. This one has Perusa and mice markets. This has information on the three kingdoms of Avalis. And this has information on water dragons specifically. And earth dragons. Yeah, stuff like that. Got a couple of inside guys feeding me info on Shang-Tu's occupation. Apparently no one's seen a peep of Murga since the invasion. Just wanna march right back to Shang-Tu and take it by force, but we gotta have a plan first. At least everyone's safe for now. Gotta tell you, those few seconds when we thought Brevin had come back, total panic. Got hairs I didn't even know about standing on end. Escal though, no wonder he didn't want to go with you. Probably wanted to keep spying on us in the palace. Still can't believe I didn't see it. Leslie! I thought the Magister would be more organized than the Mayor, but he's even worse. He gave me this look when I tried to clean up his desk. Gave me quite the heebie-jeebies, I tell ya. I helped the Mayor keep things organized. As much as he loves history, I wish he loved putting books back on the right shelves more. You just have to say you love what you did with the books here. Now history and lore was written by the winners. Yeah. This bookshelf has a lot of instruction manuals for gardening and cooking. Nothing too useful, it seems. This bookshelf is full of biographies of famous red pandas. Mayor Zhao is probably related to them. I know these events are not as easy nor pleasant to process, Sash Lilac, but I thank you on behalf of the people of Shangtu for continuing to stand with us. Yeah, whatever. And look, it's Libby. So Libby was a mascot that Tyson Tan designed for a Libre office as part of a contest, but it was basically rigged from the start, and they decided to pick their own design anyway. But she lives on through various game cameos because she's an open source character now, or I should say public domain, and she's in Freedom Planet 2 as well. I was in Mayor Zhao's transcendental meditation garden, sweeping up some flower petals, when I heard a crash, followed by a high-pitched scream. I assumed it was just the mayor getting mad at one of his visual novels again. Turns out, kidnapped. Oops. I did manage to catch up and free him from those ropes, though. That's good. Yeah, she has a little office here. Yeah, that was a Pillow Crash reference. Right, dinner time. I gotta have a dinner scene in my stories.
Dinner is served.
Well, maybe not dinner all the time, but you know, some form of eating.
Delish. Oh man, I totally forgot how hungry I was.
I'm not really that hungry.
Oh, it's wonderful to hear, Ashley. Yeah, absolutely.
Tonight has not been easy. We have lost the battle, but the war is not over yet. We need to devise a strategy. Murga is a threat to all of Avalis.
Yeah, and I doubt you'd want her coming to visit your city again, Zhao.
Pah! If that fish face so much as lays a single foot in my city, she'll be fried. Like this plate of fried plantains right here. Yeah, only more like blackened bananas, as these babies have clearly been cooked to golden perfection.
Woohoo! Pass me some of that, will ya?
One moment. Here you are.
Focus!
So what do we know about Murga?
That was a clever trick. He actually uses his kneeling animation for stuffing his face. It works.
Was at war with the island nation of Perusa. She was uncontrollable, laying waste to entire.
Oh yeah, Ashley, I love your assist mode icon.
My ancestors.
So I'm glad you're okay with us using it.
But they did devise a way to contain her. They sealed her and her destructive potential away with the power of the Kingdom Stone.
The Kingdom Stone. So when the stone was shattered, that Brevin, another calamity we can lay at his feet.
But what else? Murga seems to be completely set on her vengeance. Why? All the water dragons are gone now. And then there's Bakunawa. Just what is that thing? There's so much we don't know, and the only people who can tell us are long dead.
Oh, those people may be dead, but there's no reason why they can't talk. Well, not literally talk, I mean, but my library has the largest collection of historical texts in all of Avalis. I'm sure I have a few books written by people who lived in those times.
Wow, that sounds super neat. I'd love to read them.
Certainly. Our rental fees are very reasonable.
Then I will commit myself to research. Perhaps an answer to our current predicament lies within those texts.
I'd love to help too. If that's okay, Your Excellency.
A second pair of eyes would be useful.
Yeah, while you guys read, I'm gonna go find Corey and talk her out of this.
What? Absolutely not. She's with them. That makes her our enemy.
She attacked us, Carol. She put you in danger.
Okay, fair points all around, but listen. I know how she thinks. It's all about money to her. If you, drop some moolah on me to bribe her or something, I'm sure she'd switch sides just like that.
Everything you just said does not help your case in the slightest. A mercenary
Poor
who
Carol.
will work for the highest bidder and change loyalties at the drop of a hat is inherently untrustworthy.
I concur. It would be an unnecessary risk.
Come on, we could use her help. She has that huge airship thing too.
Don't mean to toot my own horn here, but fastest airship in the country right here.
We appreciate the gesture, and we shall avail ourselves of that service as well.
Oh, well, I didn't mean... I guess I did mean... But
It is settled. The mercenary is too great a risk. We must focus on the immediate task ahead of us. Assess the threat of Murga, and stop this Bakunawa.
+5 regret.
Everyone, wake up! Carol is gone!
Of all the worst times.
Traitor!
What? Carol? She may be a lot of things, like reckless and selfish, but...
She knows where the Magister is hiding and our plans. If she doesn't outright join Murga, then this information will be beaten out of her. It doesn't matter how we feel about her. She's placed our entire mission at risk. That makes her a traitor.
Do you hear yourself? You're talking about our friend.
The captain was our friend. Ascal was our friend. Who's next, I wonder? Are you going to join Murga as well?
Mira, calm down!
Don't tell me what to do!
Stop! Please, stop! I can find Carol. I know her scent. Lady Nira, I know you're hurting, and I know you're having trouble trusting people right now. But trust me, I would never, ever hurt you. Please.
You're right. Forgive my outburst.
It's okay. We'll find her together.
Right!
We all know where she's going, so all we need to do now is find her sister.
Her ship is the Perusian carrier. She'll most certainly have a base in the southern islands.
Then that's where we're headed.
To Perusa!
Hold it right there! You don't honestly think you can get to Perusa without my help, do you?
You're coming with us?
Certainly! With our combined strength and cunning, we'll give that fish-faced tyrant a proper what for!
He wants to find a new battlefield champion.
I want to find a new battlefield champion.
Very well. Your ship would ease the difficulty of passage.
To the skies, my friends!
And for the first time, we see what Shangmu looks like during the day. And if you return to City Hall at this point, it will perpetually be daytime. I'm gonna do that real quick before I go to Prusa. Yeah. Shangmu daytime. And if you go inside, you'll see that the windows also reflect this. Yep. You got the sunlight pouring in now. It's an honor to have the Magister as a guest of Shangmu. So, how long do you think he's just gonna stick around? I mean, it's perfectly fine. Great even. That he takes up residence in the guest quarters, reads all my books, and eats all my food. Just great. Yeah, like the whole thing with the Magister story arc is, it kind of asks the question, for someone in his position with the history of his people being how it is, how much would he genuinely have to do in order to truly redeem himself and his people? So that's kind of his story arc, you know? Sir Desune, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. I'm Spacey Batelli, I'm a gadgeteer bat and a game developer. And this is our game, Freedom Planet 2. How old even is he? He's young. Like Ascal mentions that in the Palace Courtyard stage. He's like, I always thought you were older than me. So he's younger than Ascal. And yeah, the challenge that Nira has in her character arc is the fact that she was pretty much raised by royalty from like an early age. So she's kind of like grappling with her entire world like being shattered. Because like for the longest time she didn't really know about any of this. Ascal is 53, really? Oh, right, you're joking. Thank you, Rob, for a hydrate. I'll take sippy. Imagine if he was, oh my gosh. But yeah, this is Prusa. It's a super pretty map. got like a floating island and a really cool town where the houses are made of boats. Oh my gosh, Tyson Tan went all out with the architecture here. And there's a volcano over there on the left. This place is gorgeous!
We'll handle it from here, man. You may continue on your way.
He's not coming with us?
Oh, I get it. We need to keep a low profile. Zhao and his airship would be way too conspicuous.
Wrong! I'm just way too awesome for this mission.
Or that. Sure.
Well, off to find my champion. Toodles!
We'll call you if we need a ride.
Watch out for roaming fees!
Bye, Mayor Zhao! Keep on battle steering!
Alright, title gate. So, this is kind of like the mushroom hill of the game in the sense that it's like a nice breather stage after a climactic, like middle finale, whatever you call that. But yeah, it's a nice way to kind of like calm down and like wind down from the intensity of the past few stages. And this is one of the stages where the level was built by somebody other than me. This level was built primarily by my friend Ariety, who is the developer of like a small like Mega Man style indie game called Prototype N, I believe, is the name of it. But yeah, I ended up getting her help for this one. Yes, and the music is gorgeous too. Yeah, Freedom Planet 1 never had a beach stage. Or like any sort of like tropical environment. And the reason for that is because the kingdoms were too far north to have tropical environments. But we're in Prusa now. And yes, those are crabs where the claw is its mouth. How much of Atlas have we seen so far in Freedom Planet 1 and Freedom Planet 2? I'd say geographically about half the planet, but I don't know what would actually be on the other half. But it's nice to leave a few things open to interpretation, like among the fans. That's another style of storytelling that I appreciate, like when a story knows when to be vague about certain things. And now we're underwater with the really cool water caustic effect. Yeah. Yeah, and the Yaz are back, which they were very prominently featured in some of the first game songs. We brought them back for this song. And the vial for the stage is right here. Oh yeah, and there's cute fish in the background too. We drew the fish around the time where I was hooked on Mega Aquarium, which is like a really cool like simulation game where you manage an aquarium. And that actually gave me some valuable like reference material for like how to draw certain types of fish. So I was like, okay, let's put some fish in the water. Boats. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm not sure what song that is, Pete. Gold gem! Get in the boat! Fish! da 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 da. Oh, gotta get rid of the teeth afterwards. Nah! Okay. Thank you, Ashley. Stage is such a good opening in the second half of the game. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Like, just also the fact that you can see the whole island in the background. It's like a literal introduction to Perusa. It's like, see that island back there? You can go to it. Yeah, it feels like the whole vibe of the stage is just welcoming you on a whole new chapter of the adventure. Yeah, clan boss. This is shell growth. And yeah, it's an auto-scroller where you run across the water. And because you're running so fast, like, the speed of your attack animations is based on how fast you're running. And since you're constantly running at top speed, you can just wail on the boss. It's really fun. Welcome Raiders! Moonlight Kitsune, thank you so much for the raid! What'd y'all play? Open clam, SpongeBob! Charge up a dragon boost. Oh, literally one more hit. Let's go!
Stay classy.
Stay classy. What a fun stage. Ba-ba. Alright. So now we traveled all... Yeah, like Tidal Gate, like it spans this entire length. But we are now at Adventure Square.
I'm getting a signal. Carol? I don't know. It's all fuzzy.
About time you ladies picked up.
What the... Spade?
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
It's Spade.
A red scarf. Explain yourself. How did you access our channel?
I'd prefer to tell you in person. Meet me in the basement at Goldie's. Can't miss it.
Alright, so we're gonna meet Spade. Alright. I love the look of this hub, like, so much. But right away we are greeted by this otter dressed as a shark. Kumusta? Welcome to Perusa, former home of the ancient warmongering race known as the Water Dragons. Gwar! Have no fear. Perusa is now a proper civilization and the Water Dragons are all gone. Except for me. I alone am the grim specter of those dark times. Gwar! Now, I have gotten some comments about, hey, is this a Gargura reference? But Judy and her dialogue were made years before Gargura even existed. Just FYI. But it's kind of funny how that works out. Just like the specific color palette and everything, like, is just like very appealing for a shark-based character. And Versus back. Been a while. Figured I am scrape from Shang 2 and stuff until things have calmed down. That Murder's real fishy. If you find any more vinyl down there, I can play them for you again. Brought the old ones with me too. Yeah, now that we have a few vinyl, we can actually test this out. Oh, Cyberspace Wanderer, welcome, welcome. I love this song. And this one. Palace Courtyard. And Tidal Gate. still can't believe that we made 90 tracks. Absolutely insane, and it's absolutely insanely good album. Siri. So Siri is Raphael Borvin's dog. Like transplanted into the world of Avlis. I'm a bit of an amateur volcanologist, so I'm here on a field trip to see the volcanoes firsthand. Also, maybe add a few more rocks to my collection. Never collected them personally before, so this should be fun. Okay, already talked to you. Go over here. Pan, Mom says I can be anything I want when I grow up. I want to be a caterpillar. I've been practicing too. Ta-da! It's faded, but the inscription says, "The Moonflower of Peace." She's gorgeous. I feel like I've seen her before. Nothing but the feet left. Poor guy. Who stood here, I wonder? What did they do? So many NPCs. A bunch of guards. And we got 2 shopkeepers here. 3 actually. Chloe is back. Because at this point of the game, you're locked off from Shuigong because Murga has taken over the palace and you can't get past it. So, Chloe was the only, like, shopkeeper that had, like, notably unique items, so she is here now, too. Chloe's here and she's got the gear. Chloe will need compensation, of course, in the form of shiny gold gems. But if you got them, Chloe's goods are well worth the price. Power-up start. This is very good for Carol. Payback ring, I've heard, is also good for speedruns. Your attack power increases when you have no stocks left. So, like, you could do, like, payback ring and then use, like, the no stocks brave stone. Element burst is really good. Strong shields is also really good. Shadow guard's pretty fun. You press guard to create a shadow clone of your character that copies your attacks. Yeah, it's good for speedruns. Nice. You looking for a fresh new jam? I've got all the latest albums. I'm the only shop in Adventure Square that accepts crystal shards as payment. We all gotta do our part to clean up the environment. Nice. We can get more of vinyl here. So this is basically like the map and hub music that Digo sells. Might as well get a few. We got tons of currency. Okay, that's all we can get for now. Did you know that the broadsword is the most powerful weapon in its weight class? Pound for pound, the sheer power of the broadsword is unmatched. And this is the gold gem exchange for whatever reason. I'm gonna save my crystals for more vinyl. I could go back to the Battlesphere and buy some there. Sunny, everyone's always moving so fast all the time. I like to stop and smell the roses. Gotta take it easy. That's my motto. Going too fast is no good. Amelia, I had a heckin' fine salad earlier. Those saucy leaves didn't stand a chance. I get weird looks for eating my food with a mallet, but do you know how much your teeth get worn down from chewing? A lot of people think I'm being clingy towards Sunny. Of course I am. I'm his wife. Ooh, I'm hungry. Time for a trip to my ube garden. Ube! Gotta get myself some ube! Lilibeth. These are my twins, Grabby and Throwin'. Best stay on their good side, or they may give you an impromptu flying lesson. Nah, I'm just joshing you. You seem nice enough. Captain Clow? He's a hero around here. He's the first fighter from Perusa to become a Battlesphere champion. That's not really my thing, to be honest. The ocean's where I'm meant to be. Nice. Ba, ba, ba. Nothing but boxes inside. Maybe somebody just moved in. And of course there's a museum here. The way she just pops into existence. These meticulously carved panels show the history of Perusa. From the Earth Dragon's first encounter with the Water Dragon tribes, to the subsequent enlightening of the tribes. The Earth Dragons bringing gifts of advanced technology and civilization to the Water Dragons. And finally to the water dragon's cruel betrayal, resulting in the extermination of all water dragon kind for the good of the world. Gwar! And we can use this to move up and down. Bing bang, welcome to our recently installed information dispersal experimental audio kiosks, aka IDEA. Learn about the history and culture of the water dragons and their many achievements. I hear these stories and more through the technology of IDEA. IDEA is sponsored by Redacted. And this gives a little more backstory, like actual backstory on the water dragons that is not peppered in propaganda. Long before the water dragons came to settle the land, their civilization spanned the seafloor of this world. They are made up of clans of different sea-dwelling races and separated by language and culture. But over time, these disparate communities came together in the spirit of harmony and cooperation, forming the people we refer to as water dragon. Perhaps due to their biodiversity and adaptability of their bodies, the water dragons were naturally gifted in the field of biotechnology. From tweaking physical traits to specialized genetic enhancements that allowed them to live on land, everything was possible with their science. However, in order to receive the Earth Dragon's gifts, the water dragons bound themselves to physical homogeny, putting an end to their wild experimentation. The water dragons venerated the passage and phases of the moon, worshipping our natural satellite in the night sky. Blue moon, blood moon, supermoon, eclipse, and Lilith were observed as major calendar events. Exact cultural practices may vary, but Lilith moon in particular was celebrated as a night for sweethearts and lovers. Rawr. Not being subtle about who wrote these. A massive joint venture between the Earth Dragons and Water Dragons, the Bakunawa was a face-sparing arc ship designed to sail the stars. A key feature was the experimental Planet Cracker beam, capable of breaking apart matter and harvesting the materials to power and repair the ship. Sadly, construction was halted and then abandoned entirely in the wake of the Water Dragon War, a significant blow to the advancement of space travel. She's like, pay no attention to the museum employee clinging for dear life outside. These information kiosks are completely automated with pre-recorded narration and are definitely not broken. I love Judy so much. Huh. These statues look uncomfortably realistic. This one looks like it could even be my mom. I don't think I have time to unpack that thought right now. Huh, this looks different. Touch it.
New entry, Cordelia, personal. Subject, Ocean Dweller rumors. There's been talk of some kind of new threat arising from the Ocean Dwellers. A champion of immeasurable power, biologically engineered for war. I don't know how substantial these rumors are, but given their current level of righteous descent, I wouldn't dismiss their ability to craft such a beast. Father is convinced that we've run out of options for dealing with these savages. If that's the case, then there isn't much time left. I have to act without his permission. I will leave the capital and head for Perusa to negotiate some kind of peace with the Ocean Dwellers. Surely they'll listen to reason. We're all living on this planet together after all. End entry.
Magister, how goes the research?
I have perused numerous texts about the war, but none of them have mentioned anything about Murga that we do not already know.
Got some news on that front. I just found a personal audio log from someone named Cordelia, and she was talking about Murga.
Cordelia? Princess Cordelia? What did she say?
She said that Murga was a champion of some kind.
I see. I will look into the matter. You must focus on the imminent threat of Bakunawa.
Magister, I think... No. I know where to find more clues about Murga.
Truly? Does it not seem odd that you, of all people, stumbled upon this audio log?
Maybe I just got lucky.
Or maybe someone is out to entrap you, like Murga. Let us not forget her previous attempt to coerce you.
The plot thickens. But yeah, we got our first time capsule. Ta-da! So there are multiple time capsules to collect. You found a time capsule. Complete new Battlesphere challenges to collect the remaining 12. Yeah. We added that notice later on because people didn't understand where they were supposed to go to get the rest of them. But yeah, we'll go back to the Battlesphere at some point and get the rest of them. When Lilac was like, I know where to find more, you were like, I don't. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Alright, so time to enter Goldies finally. Ah, Kumusta? Welcome to Goldies. Our specials today are Jim Pompey and Wen. If you don't know what those are, you're probably not old enough to be in here. Oh, I got a badge for talking to 80 citizens. Our military only has 5 soldiers, but they're all we need. Sergeant Guy once blew up a Sky Pirate airship after they stepped on his Ube garden. Captain Arnold did the same thing when they sent reinforcements.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
Long time no see!
Long time no see.
And we have never met. Are we done?
Yep. Anyway, lower your hackles. Your channel's secure. I just got the codec frequency off my brother.
I guess Dale heard about the attack, huh?
Yeah, and he's doing everything he can to avoid an all-out war with an ancient water dragon. In the meantime, I'm just doing my part to save the world.
We do not conduct business with career criminals.
Yeah, and saving the world doesn't really line up with your usual interests.
Look, it was either this or helping Mayor Zhao find his champion. You know me, I like my jobs dangerous. Besides, I've got intel that I think you'll want to know. So what do you say?
Let's do it for Carol.
What kind of intel?
Secret tunnels, strange beacons, the works. These islands are crawling with them, and our newly elected leader of Shang-Tu is using them for her plans.
So Madtaz,
Is that a volcano?
it's mainly for gameplay reasons,
Which is good.
but I suppose there is an explanation. It's just that people forgot what they were originally meant to be for.
Oh, it's a hotspot.
And I guess like Zhao somehow imported them from Perusa to use as trophies.
The region, they are definitely not friendly.
Robots. Sounds like that monkey's friends.
We will find out what these extremists are planning and crush them at their source. Perhaps you are of some use to us after all, Scarf. But don't expect us to owe you anything.
Relax. Big Bro's the one footing the bill.
Oh yeah, Siffy, big fan of how Spade really needs Lilac to know he's cool.
Then this diner will act as our headquarters for the interim.
We can talk battle strategies over Lumpia.
Right. Let's move out.
And yeah, we can go to Mila's lab here. Hi, welcome to El Laboratorio de Mila Mark II. Lisa set me up a lab right here at Goldie's, isn't that neat? She even let me go through the bar for some extra ingredients, just as long as we have the gold gems. Nice. Yeah, I love Mila's happy sprite. Long time no see. Still got it, Spade. I am cool and swap. I'm trying to do this with a straight face like he would. Okay. Okay, Kelly. Still got a Spade. I am cool and swap. Okay. I am cool and swap personified. Oh yeah. How long were you listening? Anyway, leads. We should be following up on those leads. Pick one. Go away now. I love how dorky Spade is in this game. We finally get to see what he's like when he's not furious over the death of his father. I do not trust Spade, but as long as King Dale vouches for him, I will accept his help. That said, I have not been able to get in direct contact with His Majesty. It appears that Shui Gong is preparing to blow Arcus' defenses, both its walls and floors. Yeah, because as we all know, in the last game, their floor was not impenetrable. Yeah, we got these couches that we can sit on too, if we want. Let me sit here while I take a sippy. Ah. That's pain. I sense that the lore discussion about the Magister is getting a little intense, so let's calm it down a little bit, bring down the temperature. Alright, so from this point, we get to choose from another set of 3 different episodes. There's Robot Wars, Snake vs. Tarsier, Echoes of the Dragon War, and Justice in Sky Paradise. I would consider Echoes of the Dragon War to be the hardest, or at the very least the longest. And then Robot Wars is the easiest because it's the shortest. Alright, so we'll start with the easiest. Ta-da!
A massive fight is happening in the jungle nearby.
Safe bet it's Carol doing her Carol thing.
If it is, I'll snip her out.
Retrieve her safely, but do not forget what she has done.
Ta-da! This is a pretty hectic stage. This and the one and the other one in this story arc. Like between the music and the level layout and like the intensity of the combat happening both in the background and the foreground. Like, we went full treasure with this stage. So you admit it? Yeah, sure. When have I denied our inspiration? Uh-huh. Oh no, he's back.
It's the Snake Man. He's back.
You can't hide from me, monkey boy. Return the syntax room to me at once, else my overwhelming power will blow your mind into a million pieces.
No way, Ashtray. I found it fair and square.
Yeah! Your voice is so annoying. Just give me the robot.
No, your voice is annoying. Appear to be science.
No, your voice is annoying, and I fire my missiles.
Nice. Yeah, I love how Serpentine and Ah are just like arguing with each other like two kids playing with toys, but Serpentine is like being completely serious, whereas Ah is like literally a child. And a nice little touch that we were able to pull off is that both Ah and Serpentine's forces actually fight each other as much as they fight you. And yes, this is a part of this is the part of the game where we start bringing back some of the bosses as normal enemies. That is another game trope that I am quite fond of when it's pulled off correctly.
But Snake Man is a bad man.
This is our chance to turn the tide of war.
No! He'll put danger to the environment. Look at what he's done to the forest.
Are you expecting me to sympathize with trees when the freedom of Shang 2 is at stake?
Ladies! I don't like the idea of either of them having syntax. We saw firsthand how dangerous it is. Let's focus on getting it back first.
And it's at this part that he starts summoning missiles from the sky. But as long as you take cover when it happens, then you should be good. They generally come from up above, but they can come in from the sides too. Also, if you're in a place that has like these cavern walls, then you're safe. It's a robot. Alright, boss time. And of course, it's against Ah. And he's pretty hard to keep up with, but as long as you don't touch the bombs, he will eventually crash into them and expose himself. I mean, his weak point. Please don't take that out of context. Ah! Okay. Expose the weak point! Okay. Nice. Oh, I appreciate that, Sippy. Yeah, when you think about it, this is basically a giant fidget spinner, and it goes with his childlike personality. Come on. Let's go! Every time a bomb hits him, it depletes some of his health too. Whoopsie. My controller unhooked briefly. Let's go! Pretty hectic boss fight, but also pretty easy. Especially compared to the Globopper arc. Yeah, Ah gets exposed to facts and logic.
My stone!
Rob, thank you for hydrate. I'll fix the feed. And Sir Destiny, welcome, welcome. Huzzah! Thank you for the congratulatory emotes. Okay, I'll take a sippy. Shoo! Alright, so the second and final stage of the story arc, Lilac. Yeah, you just got scienced.
Syntax is here too? It's like... well, it's like a jungle in here.
Hey, get away from her! She's mine! Oh, but she's very dangerous. You should let us big sisters take care of her. No! She's the heart of my latest, greatest buddy yet! The BFF 3000! With her as the conduit, all three combiners can be operated by a single pilot. Maximum action, maximum firepower, maximum...
I get the feeling we're about to find out.
Oh gosh, I remember the testing reports. Now that you mention it.
Hello indeed. So kind of you to fix my throne for me, monkey boy.
Hey! No fair cheating, you cheater!
I am not cheating! I'm just smarter than you. And now nothing will stop me from... As I was saying, nothing will stop me from...
You'll be sorry when Murga shows up! We're gonna wake up Bakunawa, and she's gonna take me to outer space! Space!
Ha! Looks like we've got a junior astronaut here. Then join me. The great and generously giving Lord Brevin is
Thank you, Serta.
looking for new
I'm so glad that you're having fun.
His offers are steeped in lies and deceit.
Oh my gosh, I love my mouse so much.
Yeah, stop it!
And you, dog! I repeat my offer. Or would you rather your friends learn the truth?
What truth? That you're a miserable snake?
Join me.
Don't be mean to the dog.
You may yet live to see your parents.
So you're not only a cheat, but a liar too. Brevin sure knows how to pick.
Yeah, tell him, Lilac.
Fine. Then witness the power of a fully operational syntax. Initiate code black.
As you wish, sir.
Yeah, I love how Lilac, like, without hesitation, 100% takes Mila's side.
Yes! The infection is perfection! Your army is mine now! Go forth!
Serpentine just got a little more dangerous.
In light of our mutually assured destruction, I believe a truce is in order.
Yeah, also Lilac doesn't push her to explain herself. She's a good friend. But yeah, this stage gets quite hectic. And the architecture and it, like the layout of it is pure chaos. Yeah, grinding on waterfalls. Did Cold Black take a nod from the Sigma virus or something? Actually, no, I didn't think of the Sigma virus. When I came up with the idea that he would, like, infect the robots. But I could see the similarities. So this part, it kind of like incentivizes you to just ignore the enemies and keep going, because there's just so many of them. Okay, so this is kind of like the emerald hunting stages in Sonic Adventure, except we don't have a radar at the bottom of the screen. We have these things which point in the direction of where the combiners are. So first one's down here to the left. A lot of people miss this one for some reason, and it takes them a while to figure out that you can go down here. Okay, let's keep going this way. Alright, this way. Okay, got another one. So one more to go. Yeah, the beta version of this stage's music track, it was much calmer because it was made, the concept of the stage was made before the story event. Well, what was going to happen is, like, Zilon Jungle and the Lao Lake were originally one stage, but that was a bit much, so we split them in two.
Cannot be serious. That song and dance routine is required for this thing to function.
Get out of my sight, eyesores!
Activate!
I'm quite proud of how this part turned out. Now we're actually playing as the BFF 2000. we can fire stuff, and if we hold down the fire button, we can launch homing missiles. And same case with the dash. We can dash through terrain now, and if we hold it down, we can do like the super big dash. It's kind of awkward to control in this first half of the stage, but once we get to the second half that was built specifically for the BFF 2000, then it'll be a lot smoother to get around. It was quite a challenge to design a stage around two different player characters that are so vastly different in size. So that's the reason it feels a little bit awkward as the mech, but it's fine. It's easy, that's the important part. Nice. Okay, so now we're in the part specifically for the mech. So it's a lot more open up here. Okay, so let's charge. Haha. Alright, mech fight, let's go! Another one of my favorite game tropes, of course. All you gotta do is be as aggressive as possible, and you'll win out by pure damage. But you can also dodge if you want. Let's go! Woo!
With the power of syntax, I should be invincible!
Ta-da! What a fun stage. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about Freedom Planet 2. Just, like, there's a lot of stuff in it where we were like, what the heck, let's just do it. This was one of them. I mean, some of those decisions we would kind of regret in terms of how much we had to pull our hair out programming them, but, you know, it was worth it. Totally worth it. Is syntax just Brevin's equivalent to Pengu? Yes, it is. Yes, she is, I should say.
Victory! And now what's yours is mine! Huh? Where did my playmates go? Guys? Hello? You guys are jerks! I feel bad. That was a little mean.
Was kidnapping Mayor Zhao and having a hand in Shang Tu's downfall not also a little...
She's got a point.
I'm just glad that's over with.
Lilac, about what Serpentine said.
It's okay. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. I'd trust you over Snake Man any day of the week. And when you're ready to talk, I'll be here.
Aww.
Now, let's go find Carol.
Okay.
I like his friendship goals. She trusts her so completely.
You don't seem all that hung up about Carol.
Carol's Carol, I guess. Still has to do things her way. She hasn't changed at all.
Not in the way you did, right?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just saying. You can't blame your friends for not growing up as fast as you.
Oh yeah, like you gave me a choice.
And you're still holding on to that.
Spade.
I from my family before I was even hatched. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to that.
Listen, I was a kid who needed to get in good with the scarves. I'm sorry that I picked your egg, but that's how it was. We're lucky that I even found my way back.
Lucky? Lucky that I never got to know my parents? Lucky that I discovered I was a living trophy?
They wanted the egg for the pool room. It was was good.
I like that stutter there.
Things could have gone a whole lot worse.
I have a criminal record from being raised by a bunch of thieves, Spade. I lived in the woods because my wanted posters were everywhere.
What do you want me to say? I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry that your life didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. I made some bad decisions, brought you along for the ride, and now we're here, okay?
It's not okay. And I'm sorry about that, too.
This is why we don't talk.
Oh, Serta, which of the FB characters is your favorite so far? Oh my gosh, there's too many to count. I love them all, but I have a particular soft spot for Nira because of the 4 playable characters, she's the one that I designed like completely on my own. So I have a soft spot for Nira. Okay. Let's see. Reports of giant robots in the vicinity are false. Lies designed to ruin your perfect cruise and holiday experience. Glar! Please continue to enjoy your stay knowing that you are safe from being crushed underfoot by giant mechanical monstrosities. Glar! Oh my gosh. Also, yes, Judy is also the best character. Alright, so next up, we have Justice in the Sky Paradise and Echoes of the Dragon War. Let's do Echoes of the Dragon War next. Why not?
The volcanic activity on the island is reaching a critical juncture. We have to act immediately, or there won't be a Perusa left.
Oh! We can blow a hole in the side of the volcano! Then all that lava will flap into the ocean and nobody gets turned into charcoal!
Yeah!
Okay, 1, you're dark. 2, you want to stop a volcano by blowing it up?
She's not wrong. That lava is coming out one way or another, so we might as well do it in a way that's safe. Well, safe-ish.
For this plan to succeed, we must create a powerful explosion. Mila, that explosive color-changing potion of yours. I don't suppose you could...
Chekhov's potion?
So, I just need a few ingredients first. We can probably find them around the island. I'll make a list.
Then it looks like we're going on a scavenger hunt.
Okay, so now we're in a whole like western side of the map where we can fully see the volcano and the ocean over here. Yeah, this story arc is quite long. But the map music is probably my favorite. I think I can finish this session. We'll see. I got like 2 hours.
I'll call Zhao when we're ready. He can help us reach the peak.
A full-scale eruption would be disastrous.
All right, Ancestral Forge. This is the most puzzly. This is the most puzzle-based stage in the game, and because of that, it can be the longest stage in the game for a lot of people. And the way it's laid out is really unique compared to other stages, where it feels more like a mini Metroidvania. So I think that's why it's so polarizing. Like you either absolutely love this stage and think it's one of the best in the game, or you absolutely despise it and think it's one of the worst. There's no in between, and I honestly really like that about it. So let's go. All right, so the sun's setting. We're gonna take a boat to the entrance of the forge. It's too quiet. Oh, boss fight already. It's you again. Be careful not to get trapped in this bubble, because then he'll try and put you into the spikes. Except it's not a full fight. He runs away after getting one bar depleted. Alright, so now we are in the forge. I wonder what this is. It's the main mechanic, which is like keys and locks. And the keys, depending on where the lock is positioned, it will like do different things in the level. And the keys take the form of these keyfish. Now, originally in early versions of the game, the keyfish compartment did not lower into the ground, and I think that confused some people because it kind of looks like the locks. Like if you're not paying attention, so it now sinks in the ground, so it's very obvious at this point now. Ooh, check out that door.
Cyclone! Guys, this place has Bakunawa carved on the wall.
So we can go left.
Hello?
We can go right.
Anyone read me?
So
Something here is blocking the signal.
the keyfish, as long as we're holding a keyfish, those key blocks will open for us. We need to be holding one in order for that to be possible. So we can put it in here, or we can go over here. I think I'll go over here first. So we can put the keyfish, since they're made of water, we can put them in these giant blocks, and they'll sprout beanstalks. Also, yes, it helps that this stage is so enjoyable despite the length. It really helps a lot because of the music. It's really good. Alright, let's move this over here. Eat. 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 I like those piston platforms. Yeah, there is kind of lore behind Ocelot. Okay, so we need a keyfish in order to make that beanstalk grow. There it is. I think there's something up here. Yes. So now we loop around and we go back up there and we plant the beanstalk. Yeah, and each of the 4 sections that you go through in this main chamber area are based on an element. This is the wood room. And then there's an earth room, there's a water room, and a fire room, and then the metal room is the final one when you go through the door. Huzzah! So we have activated the wood altar. So there's 4 altars. So you see the beam of light here means that we completed the wood section. What's my favorite music track? Oh, that's a very tough call. Okay, so that makes it so that we don't accidentally go back to the wood room, since we already beat it. Yeah, I can't pick a favorite. Oh my gosh, there's so many bangers. I would just highly recommend checking out the soundtrack on Bandcamp. It's at galaxytrail.bandcamp.com. Okay, so the Earth Room. Oh, the Sentinels are back from Relic Maze in Freedom Planet 1. Another enemy that I kind of missed too much not to bring back wholesale. Yeah, so the main gimmick in this stage is that the key locks rotate the terrain. And it's not the whole level that rotates, it's a section of it. Specifically the brown parts. The blue parts always stay the same, so you'll find yourself looping back around here at some point. And yeah, there's these creepy piles of bones with the little bone dragons. This level of Dragon Valley and Shade Armory have your favorite songs? Oh yeah, it's hard not to love Shade Armory. I think, like, based on based on like everyone's feedback, I'd say like overall Shade Armory seems to be like the fan favorite. Both the stage and the music. Like it just feels like a love letter to the series as a whole. All right, we got through it. Ta-da! So we have activated the Earth Altar. Okay, let's do the Water Altar next. So that's this lock. Oh, Lightning Tower is another good track. And I also really like Magma Starscape. And of course this stage, Ancestral Forge. Nice. So this specific room, the water room, teaches you that in some cases you can pull keyfish out of their locks. And we'll be doing that repeatedly here in order to adjust the water level based on where we want to go. Well, a good thing we went through the Earth room first, so we can get those crystals drawn to us. Giant shrimp thing. Alright, we have a water shield, so, and it has a lot of shield points, so we don't have to worry about drowning. But it's a very real risk here if you don't have a water shield. Okay. So we need to raise the water 1 level. Or is it 2? Wait, no. We need another keyfish, I think. Okay, here it is. Now, I think we can go back around and with some tricky dragon boosting, we can get through that vertical tunnel. But we can also go here. This section was added in a later patch just to make this part easier to get to. So we go back to the altar at the beginning, and that raises the water level even further. Yeah, I'd say this room, from a puzzle standpoint, is probably the biggest thinker of the entire stage. A lot of people get tripped up here. So now with that gone, we can take this keyfish, and then we should have, yeah. Ta-da! Nice. So that's the water altar. So we have disturbed the creatures that are guarding this place. You dare disturb me. So this is the fire room. So the main gimmick here is the lava, which normally in video games, when you're standing next to lava, you don't get harmed, only when you touch it. But that is not the case here. Here it's handled a bit more realistically, where just being next to it activates a heat gauge, and you will take heat damage if that fills all the way up. Also, the iris bats are back from Relic Maze and Freedom Planet 1 as well. So the gimmick here is that the keyfish locks convert magma into mud. Haha. Alright, that is now a big trail of mud. Dragon boosting in here is also pretty useless because you slow down so much. But it's fine. Ooh, another keyfish. Oh. Nossalak does steal some of them. And I sometimes forget which ones exactly that he steals, so he still surprises me sometimes. Huzzah! Okay, so we've got the fire altar now. That's all 4 altars. And now the main door will open. Alright, let's go. Final room. So there's like 2 final rooms. Like, well, it's 1 room, but it's split into 2 halves. And each half, like, combines all 4 of the elemental gimmicks into 1 big puzzle. Well, 2 big puzzles. 2 medium-sized puzzles, I should say. So, you don't want to use it here. You can, but it's not going to take you anywhere important. What you want to do is, you want to take that out. You want to bring this key fish back here. Raise the water level while the plant block is on that sponge platform. And then push it over here. And then from there we can take this key fish. Plant it here. And the interesting thing about these big puzzle rooms in this location is that it's pretty open-ended. Like, you don't need to get all 3 key fish into these compartments up here. There is a way to kind of like employ your character's abilities in a way that lets you bypass getting like the final key fish, or the final 2 key fish even, depending on which character you're playing as. So Lilac can just do that. We can diagonal dragon boost up here, and then boost horizontally up here. And there we go, we don't have to collect the last key fish. So now we're in a completely different section with its own set of key fish. Oh, okay. We have to go further along this area. Vermilion Briar, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. We're playing Freedom Planet 2, which is a game that we published last year, last September. Okay. So we can't do anything up here because if we put this in the lock, then we won't be able to leave. So we gotta go down here. We'll do this just so we can get past here, because there's another key fish up here that we can use. And because this part is mud, we can now go up here. What this will do is it'll turn the lava in the center of the block into mud. And then we take this. We take this, put it in here. And by rotating that block, we now have enough height to reach the end. We just gotta go back down here. Nice. Yeah, because it's got this big middle thing here that allows us to jump up here. And that was last room. Now it's just the boss. Let's go! No, 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 no. Okay. Watch out for the fire form, because he spits fireball projectiles. No, 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 no. Let's go. Okay. After every health bar depletes, he will burrow underground, and the terrain will rotate a little bit faster, and he'll summon more skeleton dragons. I'm not even sure if they are dragons, because they only have one eye. I guess they're like skeleton lizard things? And fun fact, the Skellies actually have a slower fire rate in this boss arena. You can tell because they're glowing red before they fire. And that makes hordes of them a little bit easier to handle. It's a pretty fun dynamic fight because of the way the arena rotates. You have to keep up with it at all times. So you kind of have to properly time your movement and attack to make sure that you're not going to fall in the lava when you're done hitting Nuzlocke. Let's go! Pulling the raspberry. Yeah, and that was the metal altar, so all 5 elements are accounted for.
Stay classy.
Huzzah! Yeah, even when I knew what I was doing, it still took 16 minutes, so it probably is longer than Glow Buffer 2. Let's go! The part-time, I believe, is 15. Now let me check the menu, see what it is. Yeah, it's 15. Also, yes, there's also a Citizens tab where you can see all of the citizens that you've talked to, and all the characters as well. Like, it even includes, like, event characters. Oh my gosh, so many NPCs, and they're all unique. Mr. Stumpy, species plant. Nice. Okay. So, after that slower paced stage, we have Magma Starscape, which is one of the faster paced stages in the game. Yeah, I really like Uni's design too. All the bunnies in this game are really cute.
Ridge Racer!
It's Ridge Racer! Ridge Racer! Alright. Let me take Sippy.
My stones! We have a new record!
I love the part of this song where the sitar comes in too. Dear Internet, please draw more fan art of literally every NPC. Oh my gosh, yes. I've seen a few bits of NPC fan art. Not as much as the main characters, but they do exist. I want to see more too. Oh my gosh. Ba, 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 ba.
Since when did I become everyone's personal taxi?
You said we could call you if we needed a ride.
Correction. You said you'd call me if you needed a ride. I just sailed away.
He's not wrong.
How's the hunt for a Battlesphere champion going?
It takes a certain je ne sais quoi to become the Battlesphere champion. Someone strong, swift, mysterious, with the force of a great...
Seguara!
Everyone, battle stations!
Battle stations? This is Mayor Zhao's luxurious sky palace, not Mayor Zhao's dreadnought marauder.
What happened to all the cannons?
Where else was I going to put the hot springs?
Oh, Zhao.
My ship! My ship!
Is everyone all right?
I'm okay. The chemical reagents I'm carrying are fine too. No exploding.
Zhao, come in. How is Mayor Zhao's luxurious sky palace? Zhao! He's fine.
All right, ladies, let's go. We got ourselves a volcano to blow up.
Zhao. Absolutely awesome music. Once again. Like, after I made the draft of this and sent it to Woofle, I was like, why don't we just go full Mega Man X for this? And she was like, yeah, let's do it. And Ariadne did help out with this stage as well. Like, she did the first draft, and from there it inspired me to make it more like vertical, to make it really feel like you're scaling a mountain. So I must thank her for that. And like combine it, like just the whole stage, like the whole like central mechanic is like pressuring the player to keep moving forward. Between the verticality of the stage, and there's parts where the lava rises, and there's also the heat meter, which is a constant threat. You can cool yourself off in these purple crystal zones, and also by reaching the surface. Nice. Cyclone! Ah, okay, oh my gosh, Lilac's face there. She's like, whoa! Oh, Shadowhog, you're thinking of Prototype N. Oh, yep, the lava river. Woo! Oh, I love that part. Just like a constant, like, string of loops that you can rocket yourself into. This is like life in the West Coast now. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for West Coasters right now. I hope it starts cooling off sooner than later. Nice. Ah! Okay. That was what I was talking about, where the lava rises in some parts. I love the drill swarms too. You can actually individually attack the drills if you want, even though they keep respawning. Ow. Oh my gosh, that part feels really cool. Ow. Owie. Wait. Oh yeah, this part is right before the boss fight. You really gotta hustle. You have to make sure that you know like the fastest way to double jump is the character you're playing as. For Lilac, it's not so much the Cyclone, unless you know about like using the attack button to cancel like the top of your Cyclone. Doing that way you don't linger too much in the air. Alright, here's 100 Trillion. Oh jeez. I don't want to lose my fire shield. Oh, there it goes. Whatever, there's a crystal thing in the middle. so I can top up my heat meter when I need to. And fun fact, 100 Drillion was one of the few bosses that was not touched up in any way by Tyson Tan. Oh, one more hit. Come on. Let's go. Alright, but we're not done. This is the part that trips up people the most. Where the stage does not end here. We're not out of danger yet. We have to follow this up, but we're losing footing, so we have to start using these falling platforms here. Ah, ah. Huzzah! Huzzah! I might have said this before, but if you have a mechanic in a game where you still have, like, if you have a moment after the boss fight where you're either running from something or the boss gets in a final attack, there will be players who will die to that no matter what. So you got to be aware of that when you're designing those sorts of things, and try and soften the blow if they do end up dying. Ba 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 ba. Huzzah. Watch out, he's up to something. Yeah. Oh, right, there's one more stage. Diamond Point. It's not really a stage, it's just a boss fight. That's why I forget about it. Alicia Camara, welcome. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I'm Spacey Batelli, I'm a Gadgeteer Bat and a game developer, and I'm the producer of the Freedom Planet series. I'm playing the second game today. Wonder if anyone died to Serp's first surprise attack? That's an interesting question. I mean, it doesn't do damage, so I doubt it. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Boss time.
Pascal!
It's you.
Good. You're here. Saves me the trouble of hunting you down.
Stay away from us, you traitor!
Not happening. You've caused us way too much trouble.
Ooh, airplane just flew by, pretty low to the ground.
Your soul to Murga make you stronger?
Hardly. I could always manipulate stones and gems. This whole place is made of the stuff, and that's why it's gonna be your grave.
Like that'll happen.
You're mine.
All right. Pascal, if you'll recall his sparring match back when he was still with the good guys, the first phase of the fight is kind of like the last phase of that one, but he has new tricks up his sleeve. Come on. All right, Rock Storm. That's how you know that you're almost done. Let's go! Nice. This boss rocks. Yeah, good one. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Ba ba ma 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 ma. We'll still probably adjust the difficulty of this fight. Do a little bit of rebalancing. I think mainly just what it needs is like maybe like a slightly shorter arena so you can like, so it's easier to tell where he is when you're trying to keep your distance.
There. You have
That wasn't my pun, that was
Let me go.
that was chat's pun.
What? What are you laughing at?
You! What do you think this fight even means? Murga has won. Someone with water dragon blood like you should be celebrating.
War is nothing to be happy about.
So what's the other option, huh? An immoral peace? A peace where people like us are unwanted? Outcasts who get shaded glances from more acceptable members of society? Is that whose world you're fighting for? Because I can tell you right now, it won't be enough. It will never be enough for them.
No. I'm not going to get into this with you. Let me out. I'm guessing Murga is going to want you back at some point, so let me out before I make you lose the Earth Dragon.
Fine. Good talk. We can pick it up some other time. Eventually you'll have to face reality, and in the end, you'll know I'm right.
Lilac's not falling for that.
Alright everyone, hope you're ready, cause here we go!
Here we go!
Wow, it even smells like a rainbow. So the flowers?
All a part of Mila's ultimate sanctioned makeover potion! Patent pending.
Strange. The Sigwata has disappeared. I suppose the Technicolor explosion must have scared them away.
Oh well. Mission accomplished, gang.
Oh yeah. So that's that story arc down. Volcanoes erupting, multicolored lava are a perfectly common occurrence on Prusa. Just one of the many natural experiences on this island. Glar! Enjoy the wondrous sight and tell all your friends to visit. Glar! At this point, the rainbow lava becomes a bit of a trend in Prusa. Da, 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 da. You know what the biggest weakness of giant robots is? Broadswords! Both in terms of them getting sliced up like butter and also that they don't use broadswords themselves. Whoops, just remembered. We still need to pick out a gift for Sammy and Nick's wedding. Wonder if it's too late to commission one of them rainbow lava features? I sure hope Pinky is okay. He usually patrols that volcano, keeping an eye out for anybody looking to vandalize the natural beauty of our islands. Thinks of himself as a guardian of these Emerald Isles. Always a bit of a poet, that Pinky. Giant robots? Reminds me of a Tarsier that used to follow me around like a tail. Great at building machines, not so great at talking to people. I think he wanted to be friends, but whenever I asked him what his name was, he just screamed. Weird kid. Giant robots? In our jungle? Well, given the leftovers from that alien invasion a few years back, chances were extremely high, but still. Grabbed the twins for a throwdown, but by the time I got there, all the action had dried up. Figures. Now that's a sight if I ever see one. Rainbow-colored lava. Who'd have thought? Best stay out of the water while the lava's flowing, though. If you can't outrun lava, then you definitely can't outswim it. Did you see that throwdown between those giant robots? They nearly stomped on my ube! And here I thought getting water and proper sunlight would be my biggest worries. Once that lava cools and starts breaking down, I bet the soil will be super fertile, which means super ube! I mean, it's going to take a few years, maybe a few hundred years, but that's a project Guy Jr. can look forward to. Da, 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 da. Nice. That's the colorfulest volcano eruption I've ever seen, and I've seen a couple. Mind you, ground's still kicking up a fuss here and there, so I doubt we're clear of the Balkan disturbances just yet. So, rainbow-colored lava, huh? That was unexpected. Hope Mayor Zhao doesn't expect my brother to pay for the damage done to his airship. Dale might be footing the bill, but he's no sucker. That thing's a floating money sink. Escal. He will answer for this. I think I got a headache from all that constant shrill shouting. Ugh. Seriously, that matchup was the absolute worst. At least we got syntax out of that whole ordeal. That's one valuable piece of sweet alien tech right there. Aw, Nier and Mila are conversing. I'm glad we helped out with the Balkans. Volcanoes going boom boom would be bad. Askel's a meanie-bot who pretended to be our friend. Maybe we should have made him go boom boom instead. Thanks for trusting me, Lilac. Aww. The destructive potential of Code Black concerns me. Were Serpentine to unleash its power in a populated region, Syntax must remain in our possession. As long as we have her, Serpentine will not have access to this Code Black. Yeah, Punchy put it best with regards to Mila and Freedom Planet 2 specifically. Genius, idiot, dog child is the best, and I would die for her. Alright, so last one, Justice in the Sky Paradise.
This was on the news before you arrived.
Brothers and sisters of Perusa, I, Captain Kalau, have returned to resolve your looming volcanic crisis. With the power of geothermal science and my superb physical strength, I shall divert all of that harmful subterranean pressure and siphon it into the sea, where it shall be rendered harmless. Worry not and rejoice, good citizens. The Red Wing of Justice is on the case.
Something doesn't feel right about the captain's plan.
And the signs they've got seems a bit off.
Well, besides that, Captain Cornball over there is setting up beacons all over the island. Probably all a part of his egotistical plan.
Ooh, shiny! Dip, dip, dip!
They can't be for anything benign. Let's seek them out and disable them. Post haste.
Yeah. Captain Cornball. Kalau has real Captain Quark energy? You know he does. I love this map screen. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I really wanted to have a stage in the middle of the island, but it didn't work out. I couldn't really think of anything to put there that wouldn't be obvious padding. But we do get to go to that village, and of course the tower. Yeah, Tyson 10 was actually inspired by Ghibli when designing this. And of course we take the glider. Wow. Alright, so I want to take a short break and just to freshen up and refill my water, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, thank you all so much for watching so far. I'll be back in a bitty. Spacey Batotelli will return after the break. I'm back. And I'm back. Hope I didn't jump scare you. Welcome back. Bop, bop, bop. Hope everyone has had a lovely break. I have my water refreshed. And I'm freshened up. So let's do this. Well, I'll take sippy first. Back and a bat? Oh yes, it's your lucky day.
Could the captain earnestly be trying to save his people? If so, then perhaps it is not too late for him to see reason.
You ladies be careful!
Guess who's bat? Bat again? Spacey's bat. Tell a friend. Well. Alright, Skybridge. This is a pretty fun and beautiful stage. Have I watched the Sonic OVA? I have. I dig the style. Alright, so right off the bat, we are on a glider in a 3D-esque section, and we're fighting off an enemy gauntlet. And right off the bat, we got a boss. Easy. We just kind of fly high up into the sky. And we are on the actual bridge now. Oh yeah, that was an unintentional pun, but a pun nonetheless. Right off the bat. So this stage is pretty open-ended. There are 3 beacons we have to disable. And the entire stage runs in a loop. So you can go either upwards at the start or right. And I'm gonna go right. And it just kind of loops in on itself. It's really cool, like, and I just love the way that it just kind of organically leads you to where you need to go. Like, you don't really have to look around for the beacons, you'll get to them eventually just by going either clockwise or counterclockwise around the level. You ride these snake things up. Yep, these are one of the beacons. Each beacon is guarded by a wave of enemies and one of the weather faces. Each weather face has different panels on it that control what attacks it uses. So each one, even though it's the same boss, it has a different attack pattern each time. So this one looks to have all 4 of the wait, no. It has 2 earth and the bees, and then a fire one. Bees! Not just any bees either, it's the bees from Pengu Lagoon. Let's go! Ooh, so many crystals. Alright, beacon number 2. Okay, so this one is just a combination of earth and water. Oh, I love how you can just lay into it if you time properly with the dragon boost, and like get every single hit possible with the boost for maximum damage. The 5 elements: fire, water, metal, earth, and bees. Ta-da! fire bees, water bees, metal bees, earth bees, and bee bees. BBs. BB gun. I wonder what an ice bee would look like. Bumble freeze. I'm suddenly reminded of that YouTube poop video from The Things, where it's like this bee documentary, and like it makes a bunch of like really funny like bee puns, and also there's a very subtle pedal crash mention in the corner of the screen at one point. I was very surprised by that. Can't believe it. Right, so that's all 3 beacons.
Oh boy, only one person I know talks like that.
What? It's just you? Well, I suppose you will have to do. Say your absolute worst, villain. Go on. Let everyone see you for the splenetic Shangtusian terrorist that you are. Your monstrous attacks on peace will be broadcast on every
I love Jesse's voice acting so much.
Captain Kalau will be the legendary hero who strikes you down.
This whole thing was about publicity? That's the reason you're working for Murga?
Close up, please. Now witness the Red Wing of Justice, Ribbon!
Ribbon! Alright, so we're fighting Captain Kalau properly for the first time. Before it was just a race, but now it's combat. The mighty winds of justice! Okay. So, my strat for this is to just hang back and use Dragon Boost when I can. Also, when Captain Kalau does...
Now you've done it. I am the terror.
Oh, the fight's not over. So now we're in the air. But yeah, while you're on the ground, I like to, when he fires the Hornbill Cannon on the ground, I like to go behind him and get lots of good damage in that way. So, this works a little bit differently now. Every time we hit him, it's for half a petal of damage, but he gets like a second of invincibility. It was not originally like this, and I found the fight to be way too tedious and inconsistent. But this way, it's really fun and dynamic, because all you have to worry about is actually touching him with an attack. You don't have to worry about what attack you're using, and you also don't have to worry about how long you're overlapping him. So it feels like a nice frantic battle in the skies now. Nice. Let's go. It cannot be.
My stones! We have a new record!
Let's go. And I love the back. This is probably my favorite background in the whole game. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's the island's so big that you can't even see it all on one screen. So it kind of like pans into view as you progress through different parts of the stage. It's beautiful. Ba-ba. Da-da-da-da-da.
Impossible. Justice has fallen this day.
More like your ego.
Incorrect, villain. Murga relayed to me the horrid tale of the Magister's foul crimes against the world. To fight such inequity, I, Captain Kalau, would become the hero that Avalice deserves.
So this is you jumping at the chance to be a hero for real, after playing one as the Battlesphere champion. Is that it?
Battlesphere champion.
Yeah, mine too, real person.
Hero sits in a playground all day, waiting for evil to come to him. I am a joke, an action figure. A fake legend prancing around for my beloved citizens' amusement. As if I could care any less about them sitting at home, stuffing their faces, watching me grapple for sport. Not anymore. This time, I will be the hero. This time, I will be the one who saves the world. And no one is going to stand in my way!
Ahem.
Which is what Captain Kalau would say had Captain Kalau been brain-sucked by villainous Santusian terrorists. But fear not, good citizens. I, Captain Kalau, the Red Wing of Justice, have broken free of their dastardly programming and will live on to fight another day. Yeah!
Yeah!
I get the feeling the captain's out of the hero business. Guys! Corazon is here!
I knew it. Don't wait for the rest of us. Use extreme caution.
Oh my gosh, I love that cutscene so much. And the funny thing is if you talk to Battlesphere NPCs in the post game, his little panic there, his little explanation actually worked, and they love him again. They were like, "Oh my gosh, that was such a cool heel turn," because you know it is kind of like, you know, like pro wrestling. So like the diehard Battlesphere fans are like all think that it's kind of like part of like his redemption arc in the Battlesphere. Yeah, WWE moment. Alright, Paradise Prom. Yeah, kayfabe. That's the word I'm looking for. I like this hub too a lot. ¿Cómo está? I'm the crew chief of this little old dock. I'm here to make sure that what gets up here doesn't fall back down. I heard Mayor Zawa's in the area. That's so cool. I remember when we came here to recruit Captain Kalau a few years back. There was a big martial arts tournament. I think Lilibeth should have won, but she was in Shuigong for a family emergency or something. Judy's my cousin. She's a dang good mascot too. Nice. Yeah, I love the ship designs. Like, of course, like Tyson Tan designed the original draft of this hub, but Dusky really made it shine with like the shading and stuff. B ship. Da 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 da. Can go down here if we want, into the engine room. If I had to guess, this machinery is probably what keeps the island afloat. Better not mess with it. And you get a gorgeous view of the big island below. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Dusky is amazing. Oh my gosh. Heads or tails? Tails? Whoopsie. Stones. Lost another one. I guess if you can find it, you can see which side is up. And it's down here. 2 hens coin. It's heads. Okay, I'll take it. I wonder when those seagulls will figure out who's been stealing their maps, because it's me. I've been hooking them up with my rod all this time. One day they'll come for me for their revenge, but right now, I get a quiet stay fishing. Seagulls run a big netting operation down below, but I prefer the simpler life of sky fishing. The trick is to hook your lure on the rock behind the falls and wait for the fish to drop down and bite it. You found it? No way, thanks! I don't even care about the result. I'm just glad I don't have to walk back to my house. Yeah, this NPC was designed by Ashley. Ah, a new customer. ¿Cómo está? Perusa's resident horticulture expert at your service. Flowers, you see, I grow them and sell them. Some make fine eating too. I sell other things too, but it's only to grow my budding floral collection. And Florin sells items that appear nowhere else in the game, specifically the elemental charms. They transform all of the shield crystals in a stage into a specific element. Now, the funny thing is that people who are speedrunning the game will take time to buy the metal charm, specifically for the very last stage, and it's so that they don't have to worry about timing the electric floors. But you'll see. And then a rainbow charm. This randomizes all shield crystals in the stage, and it has a chance of making rainbow invincibility crystals appear, which of course turn you invincible. There's no theme attached to it, but it's nice. They're also very expensive, but... Yeah, Ashley's NPCs do have a certain expressiveness to them. Oh, hello! That volcano eruption, Kabigan. Beautiful. Times like these, you gotta remember to slow down, breathe, receive your present. He sells more vinyls. Mostly like endgame stuff. We got money to spend. Ta-da! That's my truck over there. But you'd like to know how I got up here, huh? It's a secret. During the harvest season, we'd fill up the flatbed with peaches. We're growing big and juicy up here. Now how do we get the fully laden truck down from up here and back again? That's a secret too. Hey, Kabagan, saw you on the big screen. Nice work on Clow. Always had a feeling about that guy. His battlesphere was always good, but I could tell his heart wasn't in it, you know? All shiny but brittle, like glass. Yo, can't talk, Kabagan. Gotta prep for the show. Garage is still open if you want to look. Yeah, there's a truck. I couldn't drive this thing if my life depended on it. I'm glad I don't need to. I designed the truck. You can go through a tunnel here as a bit of a shortcut. Oh, yeah. Ancestral Forge was originally going to have a unique collectible, like special crystal flowers, that you could then later exchange to Florin for special rewards. But I felt like that was getting a little too complicated with the collectibles, so instead we made Florin sell the special charms. Oh yeah, I remember that actually. You drew him on the plane back from our first PAX South together, and you showed me it was in the airport before we got on the plane, right? Okay, solar panels. There probably aren't a lot of crystals up here to generate power like the mainland, so it makes sense. We locked up the lightning tower to stop the children from exploring and getting hurt. Or to be more precise, to stop a specific child from exploring and getting hurt. Not sure where he's gone to these days, but he always had an insatiable curiosity for machines and technology. Nice. Boxes of peaches. They look so fresh and delicious. Welcome to our little paradise. Does the traveler have questions? Aha! I've seen the whale. It hovers ominously above the island, heading towards the lightning tower. You seek entry into the lightning tower? I'd ask why you'd want to enter such a dangerous place, but we are not escape keepers. Not the original ones, at any rate. The tales of this island and why it floats have become over-exaggerated. In truth, the tower is a giant magnet, harnessing the power of lightning to push the land right out of the water. We locked up the lightning tower to stop... Oh, right. Already got that one. Yeah, I love the vibes of this hub. Like, this is a place where I genuinely would love to live here. Ah. Let me take a photo. Ah, it looks so cute. The avian delivers a verbal invitation to you as you enter the tropical biome. The environment contains elements that will certainly cause delight and provide entertainment. The avian ponders if the situation before us is a true occurrence, or if it is merely a perception. Fly! There's a fly! The avian must consume the fly! The avian retracts a previous invitation to you to enter the tropical biome. The situation is currently, as you would say in your language, crazy wild in there. The avian speculates over the possibility of other safer activities to partake in while in this tropical biome. A volcano is technically safer, but not ideal. Fly! A fly floaters amongst us! Amogus. And I love, like, the waving flags. And there's this big old bridge that you can cross. Nah. Alright. So time for our final destination on the story arc, the lighting tower. This is a pretty unique stage as well. It's pretty much completely vertical. And it has a puzzle, kind of a puzzle focus as well, but not nearly to the level of Ancestral Forge. The main puzzle element in it, of course, is these circuits. You have to go in those capsules in order to in order to allow the electricity to pass through your body. You got these little crystal hedgehogs too. You want to destroy them while they don't have any spikes on. Eventually they'll bring out new spikes. If you destroy them with the spikes, then the spikes will spread all over the place and possibly hurt you. And these things are back from Tiger Falls. So this kind of shows that the circuits can power other things besides doors. In this case, guns. Da, da. Nice. And of course the grind rails are back. Oh cool, we got the vinyl. Yeah, as you see the crystal spikes, they scatter. Da 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 da. Alright, cool. Open this door. So there's 3 doors in this section that you gotta open. Kind of have to use your dragon boots to get past this part unscathed. Alternatively, you can do this room first and then get the water shield at the end. And that'll give you the protection you need to get the one in the second door without getting hurt. And also a really cool effect that we pulled off is that the higher you climb, the more that the background sky transitions from sunset to nighttime. Nice. You can destroy the spider directly, and usually that's faster, or you can also like destroy all the weak points. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. So that opens the door on the opposite side. Huzzah! So this is a big chunker of a room. We gotta go all the way to the top, destroy a spider that will fall all the way to the bottom and allow us to power this big circuit that's snaking around here, all the way back up to the top where the door is, leading to the boss. Also, the boss is bothering us with those lightning walls. So with Lilac, a cool trick you can do is dive kick downwards, and you can get all of them at once. If you position yourself correctly. Ta-da! Updating the wiki to add that this room is a big chunker. It's a chunky room. Yeah, there's a dive kick if you jump and then you hold down and press attack. It's a good way to build up downward speed if you're about to land on a slope. Da, 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 da. Alright. Now all that's left is the final ascent. Huzzah! Grind drill fight. Nice. Let's go! I love that the effect that Proto pulled off with the 3D rails.
You three sure love to cost a girl a fortune in hangar repairs, don't you?
Carol came up here to find you. Where is she?
Other than gone, who knows? I'd say she'd gotten tired of it all. Murga, Magister, all that jazz. Spirits know I have. Can't blame her for punching out.
Yeah, right. Carol just giving up? That doesn't sound like her at all.
Yeah? And how would you know that?
She's my best friend, and she's my flesh and blood.
You think you know my own sis better than me? Well, you can't force her to do what she don't want to, either way. She's her own woman, just like when she left for the Scars. Take a page out of her book. Get gone and stay gone. Murga's got this in the bag. You're all way behind the power curve here, so get out before it hits 0.
How does she keep doing that?
We have bigger problems. While we may have disabled the beacons in this region.
Didn't Spade say we were all over the island?
Looks like we have work to do.
Huzzah! So that's all 3 of the main arcs.
Huh?
In Prusa.
Thanks for the fun times. Unfortunately, I've got bills to pay and errands to run. Consider the robot my service fee.
Spade!
Saving the world.
That's it. King Dale, a word, Your Highness.
Miss Nira,
I will attempt to phrase phrase this as politely as possible. Tell your wretched scoundrel of a brother to surrender that alien drone immediately!
Wait, what are you talking about?
You sent him to assist us in Perusa, and now he's run off with the syntax drone. And you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I am going to bust him. Good.
See that you do.
I knew he had something up his sleeve. Spade is such a card.
Look on the bright side! At least Serpentine doesn't have syntax, right?
We have to find him. He cannot be allowed to sell that drone to anyone with both the money and temerity to him.
Wait till I hear all of that scent! And that other scent!
So the fool finally shows herself.
Carol!
Serpentine!
Carol, quick! Get behind us!
Yuppie!
We'll cover you.
Thank you for the
What
raid!
are you guys doing here?
Welcome, Raiders! What'd y'all
What
play?
is he doing here?
Hold up, it's cool. We're on the same team now. The green team.
So it's treason.
Your favorite scene? Yeah, it's low-key my favorite scene, too.
For me now. Together we will make Bakunawa mine.
No. Back
There's just so many fun interactions going on in this scene.
me.
Think this is some kind of a game, Wildcat? You've led us on a wild goose chase, jeopardizing the safety of millions.
Look, I know it was a bad idea. Now, it was a family thing. I wasn't thinking straight, and it didn't end well. So let's just let bygones be bygones, eh? Oh, sorry, scary lady.
What? No henchman of mine is going to apologize to anyone but me. Scratch her face.
That's enough! We need to set aside our issues. Carol wants Cory, and Serpentine wants Bakunawa, and Nira wants Carol's head on a stick. Okay, but none of that is going to happen if...
I agree. I will begin the head transplant immediately.
But! There was a but there, Nira. Hold on.
Hey, ladies. So, good news and bad news.
Saved by the gong, am I right?
Is that Carol? And Serpentine? Man, what did I miss?
Never mind that, General. Report.
Well, good news is Murga's not at the palace no more.
Shang 2 has been retaken? Excellent work.
Thanks, but she kind of left on her own. Bad news is she took Pangu with her.
Didn't she say that Pangu was a vital component? So that means...
Yes! Yes! Bakunawa will soon be mine!
Are you trying to get beat up?
Oh, Murga also left a message. Sounded like it was meant for Lilac.
Me? Plate.
Hatchling, I know you and your friends are behind the efforts to sabotage my work in Perusa. I'm disappointed but not surprised. You still do not fully understand, and I wish to educate you. Meet me at these coordinates tonight. Come alone.
Trap! Trap, 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 trap!
Murga, my beloved. Oh yeah, Murga is queen.
Trying to hustle the soldiers.
Always queen, forever queen.
But when you ambush Murga, you are ambushing Murga, right?
No.
Lilac, you do know that today is an opposite day, right?
You all go look for Spade. I can handle this.
You want us to work with you reprobates who
stop me
attempted
from
to destroy
destroying
our
this world?
I do. And unless you two want to fight over who let Spade get away with syntax the worst, I'd suggest you two shake hands and get on with it.
Yeah, that's all we see is Lilac, since we leave. But yeah, I think what I love so much about that cutscene and why it's probably my favorite is because, like, all of the major players are there. Like, pretty much every single character that matters, almost. And they all have really interesting things to say. And they just all, like, bounce off each other so well. So... I forgot, if we want to get the true ending, we have to beat all the Battlesphere challenges too. That can take a good hour. And then we got Gravity Bubble and then all the Bacchanal levels. So I'm thinking I could end with some chatting here, and then I'll pick this up again next week. What do y'all think? Or should I just, like, gun it for the ending? Sounds good. We're going for 3.5, so it's fair. Yeah, that's all I do, just go chatting. Okay, let's do that. So I'll go ahead and save and quit. And that way, on like my third stream, we can take our sweet time, like talking to all the NPCs and stuff and showing off other various things. Thank you all so much for hanging with me today and for watching me play through Freedom Planet 2 some more. And I will be back this time next week. I'd say let's do it on Tuesday next week, and then I'll finish the game. But for now, let's wrap things up on the chatting screen. That's awesome. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, I didn't mean to say no, thank you. I meant no, comma, thank you. So, something very special is going to happen in a couple days. I've shown it off before, like at the start of the stream, but my 1.5 debut. It is an upgrade of this model. It's not a brand new model. It is not a new model. It's an upgrade of this one. And I'm getting some new hairstyles and some props and arm poses and toggles. I'm really excited, and I think there's like a few accessories in particular that are going to be like mainstays for me, like depending on what I'm doing. Like I got some stuff that I can use for gaming. I got some stuff I can use for game development. Everyone thinks Spacey the best and coolest. Oh, no you, no you, no you. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, new bat. I'll feel like a new bat, even though I'll be the same old Spacey Bottotelli that you all know and love. Oh, more jump. Thank you for hydrate and stretch. Okay, I'll stretch first, because it's been a while. Okay, I'm gonna do the 5-second exercises for my hands. And then I'll sip after that. Are you able to talk about the cut stages such as Shard Desert? Well, I don't think I have anything to say about them that hasn't already been said. They were basically, they still made it in the final game, just in a different form. You could just like think of them as, oh, Dollar Store Jason, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, like Shard Desert, for example, it basically became Tidal Gate. It was just like an early concept back when Peruso was going to be a desert island instead of a tropical island. Oh, hi. I just got done playing some more of our game, Freedom Planet 2, and I'll play it again next week. Wait, Sean Shiplock streaming? Oh, what's is it on Twitch? Oh, I didn't know that Sean Shiplock had a Twitch account. That's so cool. But yeah, Shard Desert became Tidal Gate. I think John Cruz became Tiger Falls. Oh, Sonic. Oh right, Sonic Mega. He's Sonic Mega everywhere. Sonic and Mega Man, two of my favorite blue heroes. Sorry about earlier. Don't worry about it. The more you fret, the more it needs to be an issue when it doesn't need to be. So, it's no problem. Oh, thank you for headbats. So nice. Alright, let me see. I'm very curious to see what the Sean Shiplock streaming is like. Oh, is this kind of a voice actor event that he's a part of? Where like all of the voice actors of a game are playing it together? I've seen a few of those. They're really fun, the way they bounce off each other. If you were an FE2, you'd give Spade a real reason not to mess with Table Island. Well, I appreciate that. Yes, let's raid the Spade. Hereby declare the raid message, long time no see. Yes, I want to do that too. Well, I'll type it in chat just in case. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be our raid message, I guess. Long time no see. If he even still remembers that he voiced Spade, I think he remembers. But if not, it's okay. but okay, yes, let's raid the Spade. Raid Sonic Omega. Yeah, it is difficult to be cool and swallow while streaming at the same time. Okay, so without further ado, I shall bid you all adieu. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on Thursday with my 1.5 stuff. It's gonna be really awesome. I can't wait. And then on Friday, I'll be doing a game dev stream for my Hololive fan game. So that's something else that I'm looking forward to. That's a wrap. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and bye.